Yes, mates, how's it going? My name's Lee. This video is a part of a mini-series where I'll focus on one team from the Premier League per video, and in this we'll predict lineups, tactics and decide who's a viable FPL option for the 23-24 FPL season. If you enjoy FPL content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Nice little click down below. Anyway, this video will focus on this lot. Let's rock and roll. So at the start of the season, I think Palace are actually going to line up in a 4-3-3 with Sam Johnson in goal, Ward, Anderson, Mark Gahey and Mitchell in the back line, with Doucouré, Lerma and Eze in midfield, Ahamada, Edouard and Ayew up front. So I think tactically, Doucouré and Lerma will sit a little bit deeper, and Eze will be given free roam to do whatever he wants. He is on kind of everything set piece wise. He's having a really good pre-season, to be fair to him. You notice every single player's got a little symbol next to the name. The ones with a cross I don't think are a viable FPL option. So people like Ward, Anderson, Mitchell, Doucouré, just a little bit too defensive and the prices don't really work. The ones with the question marks I think are potential options. The reason why I've got Mark Gahey there, I just think he's a bit more nailed. He's not as injury prone as someone like an Anderson, and he still offers some kind of goal threat in there as well. Sam Johnston, I think he's a good keeper. They've got relatively decent fixtures, and he's he's that cheap where you don't have to worry about him too much. Stick him in, plug and play. It might leave him for as long as you want until you wild card and kind of go from there. Someone like Ahamada is the 4.5 million midfielder. It's just a nice kind of budget enabler, and he's done okay in pre-season. As you can see, like he's got a goal. I believe he's got an assist somewhere as well. I couldn't find the information for that as well. The ones with a star means that's their star man, and that's the one that I think are essential to own for game week 1. So for Crystal Palace, the post-Zaha era has effectively begun, and unfortunately, Elise is out injured. And on that note, I'm not even sure who's going to play right wing. I'm assuming it's someone like Ahamada, but I'm not 100% if that's going to be the case. Like it could be Eze out wide, and they could drop someone else someone else into midfield. I'm not really sure how it's going to work. Like saying that they could put someone like Mr. Versatility himself, Schlupp, and they could stick him anywhere in the field and he'll do a decent job for them. So just depends which way they want to go. But Eze is the standout player and a real consideration for my game week 1 team. Like he's almost like nailed on in my team right now. On penalties, almost talismanic for this Palace team, and everything kind of like runs for him. As you can see from the stats, he's got 2 goals and 6 assists in pre-season, so absolutely flying, almost fixture proof as well. I do think Edouard will be the main number 9 up top, but there's always that risk of Mateta coming in and dropping in and out, and it's not what you want with your players. Like you do want them. I think minutes are going to be such a critical thing this season, especially early on, and with the prolonged injury time. I just want players that are playing 90 minutes, and Edouard can't give me that. The fixture on the right hand side, they've got a decent. They've probably got one of the better first games. They've got Sheffield United away. They're expected to score 1.06 goals in that game, and there's a 27% chance to keep a clean sheet. Like I said, everything runs through Eze. So if there is a chance they're going to score, it's going to run through Eze. Palace are only expected to score 5.4 goals, and may even struggle to keep 1 clean sheet in the first 5 games. But I do think those stats are a little bit harsh. I think they're a better team than people were on at the end of the last season very strongly. And even if they only score a handful of goals, like I said, I think everything will run through Eze, and he's the one that you want from this team. Are you considering anyone from Crystal Palace? Have you got Eze in your team? Have you got any other players that you're thinking about? Are you going to move to a Crystal Palace player later on? If you are, let me know down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Right, mates, that's it for today's video. So we covered predicted lineups and who I consider to be a viable FPL option. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel. Anyway, have a nice day. Peace and love.